Hello, thank you guys so much for coming to this video today. I really appreciate it. Cardano DeFi is going to explode in the next 3 months. Here's why. This video is going to be all about everything that's coming to Cardano in the next 3 months, but more than that. It's also going to be going over some on-chain analysis. We're also going to be looking at the TVL. We're going to be looking at side chains on Cardano. We are really at the cusp of the explosion that is DeFi on Cardano, and more people are going to be able to interact and participate than ever before. Let's not waste any more time and jump right into the video. So I've got some on-chain data pulled up and it's looking really good. So total transactions ever is actually at 36 million. Pretty cool, pretty cool. How many are we getting now per day? So we're going to look at, the consistency here. I'm sure the chart's just going down because it's more fresh data, but on average, we're getting a little over 100,000 transactions a day and 308,000 payments. So very cool there. I mean, that's about 400,000 total TXs a day. Very, very cool there. When we go back over to this overview chart, we can actually look at the total ADA wallets over time. And we're currently at 3.2 million. So there are a lot of users here. And one thing I'm going to touch on in this video is the fact that people can actually participate with DeFi on Cardano. It is about $30, sometimes $20, sometimes $50, sometimes $1,000 to participate in an Ethereum smart contract, to provide liquidity to a DEX, to interact with any of these DeFi applications. You've probably heard the percentage that only like 1 to 3% of people participate in DeFi on Ethereum. A part of that, in my opinion, is the cost to interact and participate in it, and also the accessibility of it, right? The education there. And, this community really is focused on education, so I hope that helps there. But I think the cost of entry is going to be far cheaper. You have to have in ADA, my guess to interact with any smart contract, not really my guess, what I know is it's really about 4 ADA at the maximum. When I've interacted with Sunday Swap, I've spent 4 ADA to interact, so we're looking at $4 to enter. And all of these fees are actually protocol parameters that are lowered over time based on what the community votes on. Cardano has a decentralized governance system where users can vote on whether we want these fees to be as high as they are. If ADA goes up one day, we get that moonshot, then we're going to have to lower the fees because 4 ADA is too dang high for the majority of the world to participate. So what's so awesome about Cardano's DeFi explosion is it's going to happen because people can actually participate. Right now we have 3.2 million wallets, and I suspect this number to greatly increase. We have Snoop Dogg making an NFT project really quick. We actually have, as I'm recording this, Snoop Dogg and Charles Hoskinson are doing a Twitter space together. Right? They're talking, all things NFTs and Cardano. I can't wait to listen to it. I'm making this video first. And another thing cool I wanted to touch on real quick is the total ADA staked. We're at 72%. We're also at 4.1 million native tokens. The Masari, they have some great data here. And Cardano is actually one of the most active chains as far as value transacted. So if we're looking at ADA, I actually have them ranked based on transaction volume. And in the last 24 hours, Cardano has transacted $64 billion. And this is in USD value, whereas Bitcoin's at 24 billion and ETH is at 6.5 and USDC is at 8.57. And this is a pretty big deal because our market cap is lower. There is less value to transact on Cardano, yet we're at 10 times what ETH is. It could have been a good day. ETH could have been having a bad day, but still, this is incredible to see a blockchain with 10 times less value transacting in the ecosystem to actually have 10 times the amount of transaction volume on a 24-hour basis. However, Ethereum has a lot more active addresses. But let's look at this. Cardano is 1/5 of the active addresses of Ethereum with far more utility. We talk about Cardano's DeFi explosion. We don't have liquid finance yet. We don't have Indigo protocol. A lot of these projects are still launching. Yet we still have 96,000 active addresses. Ethereum has been around for years. and they have 500,000 active addresses. It's because to become an active address on Cardano, what does it take? 0.2 ADA to send a fee somewhere? What does it take? 4 ADA to participate in DeFi, which will be lowered over time? Ethereum has a fee market. The fees will only go up, in my opinion, over time, unless they find a real scaling solution or unless they move to layer 2. But to me, this data really says a lot. Yes, Cardano is 5 times less, but it is far newer. There has never been an event hosted like this for Cardano. This is the Rare Bloom event. This is an in-person Cardano community event on the 14th and 15th, and this is at the Gaylord Rockies in Colorado. We have many great Cardano community members coming. In this DeFi explosion, we have to have an in-person place to network, to learn, to educate, and that is what the Rare Bloom is. We're adding more people every day. Next week, I have honestly the most favorite company to announce, but we're not going to get into it yet. Today we got SingularityNet, Singularity DAO, Input Output. Ben Gortzel himself is coming. Sunday Swap, Cornucopias, NFT Maker, Liquid Finance, Claymates, Charlie 3. We're going to try to get Snoop Dogg, no promises. I'm going to try. Drip Drops, Token, Vi Finance, Genius Yield, and more coming every single day. So if you're interested in getting a booth, signing up, sponsoring, you want to come to the event, tickets are on sale now. You can actually purchase hotel rooms at a discounted price today. Thank you guys. So we're also going to take a look at TVL. As always, you can change some of these stats here, but Cardano is looking at 342 million TVL. This also doesn't count all of the ADA that is staked. It doesn't count all of the ADA that is locked up from pledge from Stakepool operators, which is in the millions, of course. And MinSwap's killing at 160 million TVL, Sunday Swap at 80 million, Meld at 70, Muesli Swap at 17, and Vi Finance at 6. Cardano is just getting started here, and this is before the hard fork that's coming in June. That's going to allow a lot of more projects to launch. That's going to bring a lot more utility. And we also have another thing under our belt, Milko Meta. So Ethereum actually uses the EVM, the Ethereum virtual machine. And this allows people to write smart contracts in Solidity. And because it's been around for years, as I mentioned earlier, there's a lot of tooling. There's a lot of, pre-written smart contracts that you can base off of, or, things where you're allowed to get up and running very easy. It's easy for developers to build. Well, what's awesome about Milko Meta is it allows all of the Ethereum developers to build, but as a sidechain on Cardano. And they aim to actually be a layer 2 on Cardano using ZK rollups to submit to the main chain. So essentially, Cardano has all of Ethereum's utility on the sidechain, but it's cheaper and faster and easier to use. Especially when we move towards layer 2 with ZK rollups, it's going to be hard to use Ethereum when you have Milko Meta as another option. So why are NFTs going to explode on Cardano? 2 very simple reasons. The first one is Snoop Dogg. He has a very large audience. He's been around for a while. You feel that Snoop Dogg's essentially done everything. Well, he is doing an NFT project with Claymates on Cardano. And this is going to bring, in my opinion, thousands, maybe even 100,000 plus users. I mean, look at how many followers he has on Twitter. We'll go look real quick. 19.9 million. And he just did a Twitter space with Charles Hoskinson. Everybody ready for the Snoop Dogg and Charles Twitter space? I'm currently flying back to the US, so 18,000 people were there. And it just got started. It was 55 minutes long and 18,000 people were listening. And you got to realize people don't get online every day or check Twitter every day. So over time, over the next week, more and more people are going to listen to this. They're going to figure out about this, and they're going to be interested in getting Snoop Dogg's NFTs. And when all of these people from Ethereum come over here for the first time and they realize that the minting price is 30 ADA and not $300, they're going to be a lot more, interested in Cardano NFTs. Once they realize that they can send an NFT to their friend for 1.5 ADA instead of, $10, it's going to be a lot more reasonable to use Cardano. And I think the Snoop Dogg thing with Charles is awesome. It's going to bring in a lot of new retail users. And I honestly think it's going to add to the DeFi explosion that's coming to Cardano. I'm actually in Florida. I've been here for about a year, and I spend a lot of time talking to people on a daily basis. I'll go into a coffee shop and I'll sit there with my laptop and work for a couple hours, answer messages, emails, and I'll speak to people. I really try to spend time educating people on cryptocurrency locally. I feel like there can be a lot of impact, and if we all did that, we all told somebody about Cardano or cryptocurrency every day, I think it would grow faster. And I think it's important for, people to hear the real people that are around them and not just Michael Saylor saying Bitcoin is energy. So I really try to do my part in that regard. And surprisingly, nowadays, a lot of people actually have cryptocurrency. When you tell them that, hey, you work in the cryptocurrency industry, their eyes light up and they look at you. They're like, what do you do? Can you tell me more about this? Because I'm trying to figure it out. And, it's really nice because we're seeing this adoption happen in the real time. We're seeing people buy cryptocurrency. And what's very, very exciting to me is that a lot of them have ADA. I would say Doge is the number one holding for, people that are, new to cryptocurrency. But followed by that, I would say it's ADA and Bitcoin and Ethereum. And to me, that is what Cardano has become. It is the top three. It is, the best option, among all of the other layer one chains besides Ethereum and Bitcoin. Of course, there's some security and longevity in Bitcoin and Ethereum that you cannot ignore. However, hearing Cardano being placed, with, Ethereum and Bitcoin and it not being a meme token like Doge, anecdotally, I must say that, Cardano is really making its rounds as, the third household name cryptocurrency, or fourth if you want to include Doge. But to me, that's really important. Maybe go out there, speak to some people at a bar or coffee shop or a kava bar and see, do they know about ADA? Do they know about Cardano? Florida could be pretty hip, but I'm anecdotally very surprised with what I found thus far.